In the shadowy annals of history, where myth and reality intertwine, lies a book of colossal proportions and terrifying legend. It is known as the Codex Gigas, but to many it is simply the Devil's Bible. This is not a tale for the faint of heart. This is a journey into a manuscript born from a pact with darkness, a tome so massive it takes two people to lift, its pages filled with knowledge, scripture, and a chilling full-page portrait of the devil himself. Imagine a medieval monastery, deep in the heart of Bohemia, sometime in the early 13th century. A lone monk condemned to an agonizing fate faces an impossible task. His crime, a grave breach of his monastic vows, has earned him the sentence of being walled up alive. In a desperate plea for his life, he makes an audacious promise to the abbot. In a single night, he will create a book containing all human knowledge, a glorious tribute to the monastery. The abbot, skeptical yet intrigued, agrees. As night falls, the monk, whose name history has recorded as Herman the Recluse, begins his monumental work. The hours tick by, the candlelight flickers, and the sheer scale of his promise begins to crush him. He has parchment, ink, and a quill, but time is his enemy. The sun will rise on his failure and his tomb. As midnight approaches, desperation consumes him. He falls to his knees, not in prayer to God, but in a summons to a much darker power. According to the legend, the monk calls upon the Prince of Darkness himself. He offers his soul in exchange for the completion of the book by dawn. The devil, ever eager for a soul, accepts the pact. In a flurry of supernatural speed and sinister power, the Codex Gigas is born. The monk, to show his gratitude and to seal his terrible bargain, includes a unique, terrifying feature, a full-page, vividly colored portrait of his dark benefactor. When morning comes, the abbot and his brethren are stunned. Before them lies a completed masterpiece, a book of staggering size and scope. It measures nearly 3 feet tall and weighs 165 pounds. Its 310 vellum pages, said to be made from the skins of 160 donkeys, are filled with immaculate script and intricate illustrations. The monk's life is spared, but his soul is forever forfeit. He lived out his days in the monastery, haunted by the shadow of the devil he had immortalized within the book's very pages. But is this just a story, a medieval fable to explain the unexplainable? Or does the evidence within the codex itself point to a truth far stranger than fiction? Let's turn the pages, if we dare, and examine the contents of this legendary manuscript. The sheer consistency of the handwriting is one of its greatest mysteries. Analysis suggests that the entire book, from the Old and New Testaments to encyclopedias of ancient history and medical treatises, was written by a single scribe. The ink, the style, the pressure of the pen, it all points to one hand. Could one person truly have completed such a monumental task? Experts estimate that to simply write the text, without any of the elaborate illustrations or rubrications, would have taken a scribe at least 5 years of non-stop work. If you factor in the complex artwork and the meticulous design, the project would likely span over 20, perhaps even 30 years. To complete it in a single night is, by human standards, impossible. This physical evidence is what gives the dark legend its enduring power. The uniformity of the script suggests it was created over a very short, intense period, lending an eerie credence to the tale of supernatural intervention. And then there is the portrait. On page 577, staring out from the parchment with hypnotic intensity, is the devil. He is depicted half human, half beast, with green skin, red horns, a forked tongue, and menacing claws. He is crouched, seemingly ready to spring from the page, trapped within a rectangular cell, yet dominating the space. It is a terrifying, powerful image, unlike anything else found in medieval manuscripts. Opposite this demonic visage is an illustration of the heavenly city, a stark contrast between damnation and salvation. This deliberate pairing is a chilling reminder of the choice the legendary monk was said to have made. The book's journey through history is as dramatic as its creation. For centuries, it was a prized possession of the monastery in Padlavis. Later, it was seized as war booty by the Swedish army during the 30 Years' War in the 17th century. It was taken to Stockholm, where it became part of the Royal Library. But the curse of the Codex seemed to follow it. In 1697, a devastating fire broke out at the royal castle. In a frantic effort to save the library's treasures, the Codex Gigas was thrown from a window. It survived the fall, but some of its pages were damaged in lost pages that remain missing to this day. What secrets were contained in those lost leaves? We may never know. Today, the Devil's Bible rests securely in the National Library of Sweden, a silent testament to a dark and mysterious past. It draws scholars and curious visitors from around the world, all seeking to gaze upon the book allegedly penned by the devil's own hand. Looking at its massive form, feeling the weight of its history, it's easy to get lost in the legend. You can almost hear the desperate scratching of a quill in a cold monastery cell, feel the chill of a supernatural presence, and see the flicker of candlelight on a page that should not exist. The story of the Codex Gigas serves as a powerful reminder of the medieval world, a time when faith, fear, and folklore were woven into the very fabric of life. It's a world where a desperate monk might genuinely believe he could bargain with the devil, and where such a pact could manifest as a physical object, a book of immense power and terrifying beauty. Whether you believe the legend or see it as a fascinating piece of history, the Devil's Bible remains one of the most enigmatic and unsettling artifacts ever created. It is a story written in ink and fear, a whispered legend bound in leather, and a mystery that continues to haunt us from across the centuries. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the shadows. If you found this story captivating, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more explorations into the darkest corners of history. Stay curious and perhaps check under your bed tonight.